Go for a pillow moment. It's really comforting. Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
You comfortable?
Yeah.
Okay. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Personal Opinion Podcast. It's Lauryn and Whitney.
It's Whitney and Lauren.
And we have comfy vibes going on.
We do have comfy vibes. I decided if you're listening and not watching, today's the day that I finally cranked out the old bucket hat for the podcast. I decided it was time. This is my favorite, one of my all-time favorite hats. It's so soft. Brought to you by Nike. It's got... Anyways.
Not a sponsor.
But yeah, and I've got a little crisscross applesauce action going on. I'm
ready.
pumped. I'm in my groove. This is one of my favorite things to talk about because it's so important and impactful.
Well, if you didn't go watch the last episode, then you don't even know what we're talking about because this is in a way part 2.
It's a part 2. It's a what do we do now?
Yeah. It's a next step from our last episode. So you need to go watch it.
But if you already read the description of what this episode's about and you just want to hear about it, then stay tuned.
Yeah. I guess that's fine too.
We are talking about
Whitney, what are we talking about today?
Self-talk.
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 Okay, may I?
You go.
Okay, I want to dive deep because I feel like bless you.
Excuse me.
Let me tell you what my old version of self-talk used to be.
Yeah.
And I used to feel like I could thrive off of this. I feel like as I got older, it kind of started to change a little bit.
Yeah.
And so my first version of my version of self-talk.
Yeah.
I used to beat myself up to motivate myself.
Oh.
So I used to be like the one that would like, I had this thing where I would slap like the side of my leg, like kind of my quad, but like kind of like almost like it was like one of my teammates saying like, come on, like
you're better than that.
Yeah. Like you got like, get your together. Anyway.
Yeah.
And so that in high school, I would beat myself up a lot because I loved getting frustrated. And I loved, like, being able to portray that on the basketball court for myself as an athlete. Like, I'd be like, oh, like, what are you doing? Like, you don't even deserve to be in the game or whatever. Like, that was my version of self-talk. So, as I got older, I had to shift it because I went to college and I wasn't the star of the show anymore. Like, I had to take a back seat, whatever. So I started to, like, be more of a positive, you got the next shot. Like, don't let that get you down. I would still do my little hip slap.
It's your little, like, reset.
Yeah, exactly. And anyway, so for me, when it comes to self-talk, sometimes the negative helped me and sometimes the positive helped me. It just depended on that game or maybe even that stage of my life or my experiences at the time or whatever. Anyway, I wanted to share that.
Yeah. Okay. So super interesting that you brought that up because we talked about this a little bit last year. My assistant coach talked with me about it. What are we doing? Is that a bug?
No, it's a fluff.
Oh. Ooh.
But it's a dark colored one.
Whoa. Okay, so we talked about this a little bit last year in volleyball. My assistant coach was like, how did she word it? It was almost like sometimes we as athletes get frustrated with ourselves when we do something bad, not because we're actually frustrated with ourselves, but because we want to portray to our teammates that the mistake that we just made, we know that our team deserves better. And so we want to show them that we're frustrated so that they understand that we know the importance of what's happening.
Interesting.
And she was basically like, that's not helpful for anyone. Like, your team knows that you care. You don't have to be frustrated for them to know that you care. Like, if you make a mistake, you beating yourself up, your team doesn't see that and be like, oh, she cares so much about
Right.
that mistake that she made and she doesn't want to make it again. No, your team is like, dude, suck it up. Like, you got the next one. We have all the confidence in you in the world.
Right.
Like, you're fine. So, I thought it was really interesting that you brought that up. Oh, we're both. Oh.
Sorry, recliner.
Yeah.
So I thought I would get comfortable with you.
Yeah, I thought it was really interesting that you brought that up because that reminded me of that conversation where she was like, your team knows that you care. You don't have to
have this outward.
Have this big.
Right.
Oh my gosh, for them to be like, oh, she made a mistake. She understands the importance of it. She won't make it again.
Right.
So.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay, anyways.
Yeah.
To self-talk. I thought that was really interesting. I mean, obviously, I feel like everyone knows what self-talk is. Mm-hmm. It's what happens in your brain, how you speak to yourself. Mm-hmm. What do you say when things are going well? What do you say when things are going bad?
Yeah.
Throughout the day, just like, what do you think about yourself? How do you perceive yourself in the world? It's all about perception.
Do you have little phrases in your head for certain moments?
So my self-talk was also a little bit different. I would consider myself, I was a big positive self-talk person. Sometimes when things were really not going my way, or like, let's say I bombed a ball out of the gym, like it wasn't even close. It wasn't like, dang it, like that was close. No, it was like bad. I would laugh at myself and be like, well, that was stupid. We're not going to let that happen again. Like I would say something like that.
I can see you being like that.
Because mine was like, it almost, I didn't want to be frustrated. So instead I was just confused of like, how did that happen?
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing, dog?
Yeah.
And then I would kind of like snap myself back into it. I'd be like, okay.
That's funny.
We're not going to think about that anymore. And we're not going to do that again.
Yeah.
Let's hone it back in.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how I would approach that type of situation, as being like, well, that was dumb. How do we make it better?
That was silly.
Yeah, like that was silly.
Yeah.
But it wasn't even, I would never be like, I am dumb. It would always be like, what I just did was weird.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it was never like, oh, I'm dumb and stupid for making that mistake.
Yeah.
No, it was like, well, what I just did was really strange.
Yeah.
How do I fix that? How do I not do that
That
again?
sounds like you.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, brother. So did you have phrases or no?
What do you mean by phrases? Like
so
things that I would tell myself?
Yeah. Like,
I had affirmations that I would do before every single game. Is that what you're talking about?
Not really.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that counts too.
Okay, explain.
Yeah.
Do you have some?
I mean, I used to. I couldn't really tell you what they are. I couldn't really say word for word what they are. But like,
I'm back.
But like I used to, like before every game, say one little sentence or whatever, and then I knew like that sentence like would do it for me for a long time. Like it would get me motivated for a couple months, and then I would have to change it.
Oh.
And then it's like, like in a game when I missed a shot, like just kind of like the phrase like "you got this." Like not everybody says that exact phrase, but I used to be like you work too hard to get frustrated on this one thing. Like that, I used to tell myself that almost every day for like 5 months in a practice.
I would switch it up. I think I had 2 or 3 of them in my college career, but mine weren't phrases; they were words.
Okay.
So, one of my years, it was one of my earlier years. My word was confident, and so, especially as you're a new player and you're on a collegiate team as a freshman or sophomore and you're getting playing time or whatever, I would feel that imposter syndrome. And so the way that I would combat that is anytime I would feel that start to rise up, I would just be like, confident. You've worked for this. You've put in the hours. You've digested film the way you need to. You spent time with your coaches. You've taken in everything you possibly can. You have the ability to be confident because of the work that you've put in.
Yeah.
Take a breath. You got this.
Right.
That was kind of my...
Right. Why do you think everybody needs self-talk? One way or the other, whether it's like, depending on how your brain gets going, or focuses, or locks in, or debriefs or anything like that, like, what do you think, like, is the most beneficial thing that we basically want to tell them?
Your brain, and I think we've talked about this a little bit, your brain wants to reinforce what it hears and what it thinks of. And so if you're constantly telling yourself, man, I suck, I'm the worst, I don't deserve to be here, I can't do this right, I can't do that right, well, then your brain is going to find more reasons to reinforce that, which is going to lead to worse performance.
Yeah.
And so that's why we kind of switch that, is so that when you reinforce, I'm confident in my abilities, I know the right next step, I trust my preparation, anything that has to do with that, then your brain finds more reasons to reinforce that, and it focuses on the things that you did in practice that week that you really worked on. It focuses on the hard work and the preparation that you put in, and it wants to reinforce that.
Right.
And so it leads to better performance.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I would agree.
And I was looking this up because there are a ton of benefits, not just for your mental health, but also for your physical health.
Let's hear it.
With positive self-talk. Okay, so mental health first, boosts self-esteem, reduces stress and anxiety, especially when reframing challenging situations and focusing on solutions. Improves emotional regulation, which is a huge one because it allows you to remove yourself a little bit from the situation and from the negativity and reframe it. But go ahead. No, go.
It also, that kind of reminds me, the regulation part kind of reminds me of, like, when you get really, really frustrated and you want to act out of emotion and be impulsive with your decisions. Like, you have that voice in the back of your head that's like, you don't want to do this. Like, you're going to regret it later. Like, you're not going to want to say that. You're not going to want to do this. It's just going to make things worse. You're going to get in trouble. You could end up in jail. Like, just really, like...
And it kind of brings you back down to, like, okay, bigger picture.
Right. Like, you have that internal voice, like, telling you all the thoughts that you've already had prior to this.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I never want to make this decision because it'll lead to this. And then you're in this situation that could lead to that decision, and then now you've already told yourself that you're not going to. So now you have that little voice in your head that takes you out of it.
Yeah.
Sorry. What do I need to say?
Don't apologize. Positive self-talk has been linked to better cardiovascular health and reduced risk of cardiovascular disease.
Okay.
Probably also because it reduces stress and anxiety.
Yeah.
Anyways.
That's true.
We all know what anxiety does to us, and it's not great.
I self-talk while I run.
That's so healthy.
I know. I'm like, come on, baby. You'll feel great after this. You got it.
Aww.
You'll be proud of yourself later. That's what
amazing.
I say to myself whenever I get really tired.
You call yourself baby?
Well, it's more...
Come on, baby.
It's more like...
Come on, baby.
It's more like, that, baby. Like that, baby. Not like...
Hey, baby.
Yeah.
Queen.
You got this, babe.
What do I call myself in my brain?
Sometimes I call myself Shoddy.
Oh my gosh, I do call myself Shoddy.
Because we say that all the time. Shoddy.
What's up, Shoddy?
I'm like, come on, Shoddy, you got it. Let's go, Shoddy. Yeah. Do you ever just
I call myself
yourself
dude a lot?
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But do you ever call yourself like wit or low? Or you wouldn't call yourself
I wouldn't call myself low.
But I call myself low. Sometimes I'm like, you got it, low, come on.
No, I call myself Winty. Winty.
It's funny.
Okay, the other thing that positive self-talk does, greater resistance to illness. It can boost the immune system and increase resistance to illness.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
And positive self-talk can alter the perception of pain, making it feel less intense.
Okay.
Kind of like, you ever notice, if you have a stomach ache, if that's the only thing you're focusing on,
oh yeah,
it's so much worse.
That's
Kinda
why
like that.
That's why people like listen to music when they run or lift weights or they want to listen to music when they're at practice. Or, like, I like listening to a podcast while I clean. Not saying
I have to listen to music while I clean.
Yeah, I have to multitask to get anything done, really.
That also might be ADHD a little. Just
100%.
Just a hint.
100%.
It's a lot of different aspects. Anyways, it also, positive self-talk, enhances your relationships. It can help you build better relationships by increasing confidence and improving communication skills.
Wow. That's a good one.
As well as, lead to more positive interactions with others. And the last one, improved performance and productivity.
There it is.
Because it boosts your confidence.
That's what I was going to say. It makes you more confident in, like, different situations, even like social settings or just the way that you look at yourself.
Improves focus and concentration. Leading to better productivity.
Yeah, it makes you locked in.
Yeah.
It keeps you grounded.
It does.
Where
it
your
keeps
feet
you grounded.
are.
It keeps you, oh my gosh. That's crazy that you said it like that.
Because we were just talking about that?
Because I used to, when I was in high school, I had a reminder that would go off on my phone at noon every single day. And you know what the reminder would say?
Be where your feet are.
Be where your feet are. Don't be looking to the future. Don't be looking to the past. Don't be focusing on this and that.
Right where you are today.
Be where you are. Take a breath. Be in it.
Be one with the earth.
Be one. Be one with it.
Oh, man.
Anyways.
So at what point did you figure out how important self-talk was?
I think it was in like mid high school.
Okay.
Somewhere
I would
around
say
that.
same.
I think it might have been like sophomore year, something around there.
Yeah, mine was my freshman year.
And here's the thing, like, I don't want to come on here and be like, I have great self-talk 24/7 all the time, and I'm perfect at it. No, absolutely not.
Nobody's perfect at that.
I've gone through my waves. It's a balance. It's something we learn and relearn and reshape.
That's what I'm saying. Amen.
Because trust me. Trust me. When I was on the job search, my self-talk was dog water.
Yeah.
Dog water. It was bad.
Yeah.
But now I'm on the other side, and I'm like, here's the other thing, too, is after you get through something, and you look back, you're like, why was I so mean to myself?
Yeah.
Why was I so hard on myself about that?
Or you can look back and say, my self-talk really got me through that.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. You have the choice to look back and be like, I was really mean to myself for no reason because I still found a way through it and, like, I'm better because of it.
Mm-hmm.
Or, what did I say first?
Or you look back and say, I really need to change my self-talk because it didn't help me at all in that situation.
It didn't help you at all to be a little negative Nancy to yourself.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's a lot easier said than done.
Oh, 100%.
It's something you got to constantly be working on, perfecting, changing, trying again.
Yep.
But, I do think it's important.
It definitely is important.
One of the things that really changed my perception of self-talk is, would you talk to someone else the way that you're talking to yourself right now? Think about that. Think about that. Would you tell someone else that they're dumb and stupid? Would you tell someone else that they're not good enough? No. Well, actually, there are some people.
Would you tell somebody else that you're worthless and that you're not worth... You should just go sit down and stop and give up? No. No. I sure hope not. I sure freaking hope not. What'd you just say?
I don't know what... Would you tell someone else that they need to go sit down? No. You wouldn't. Because that's extremely unfriendly.
I'm just saying. That's all.
Yeah. No, if you wouldn't say it to someone else, why would you say it to yourself? It's just that simple.
Amen.
And I know that we're harder on ourselves than we are with other people. That's normal.
So let's talk about the people who do have negative self-talk, but want to shift that to positive.
Yeah.
So what would you say? I have 8 ways to quiet your inner critic.
Oh.
Negative self-talk.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to say before I dive into these?
First off, give yourself grace. You're not going to be perfect at it immediately. If it's something that you want to work on and you know is important and you're striving towards getting better at, then that's the framework that we need to be having going into it. So just because you notice those negative thoughts doesn't mean that you suck at it. It just means that it's a work in progress.
Yeah. I agree. Well, and I think, like, once you feel yourself kind of getting down on yourself, you can kind of, like, try to pause and try to think of something positive in the moment.
Yeah.
Okay, shall we?
Yeah.
Okay, number 1, the first strategy to stop negative self-talk.
Yep.
Try cognitive restructuring. Challenge your thought process, so question the accuracy and validity of your negative self-talk. Is this thought based on fact or feelings?
Yep.
That's a big one.
It is a big one.
Then reframe your thought. Replace the negative thought with a more balanced or positive one. For example, change, I can't do this anymore, to I'll try again tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay. Last one. Use mindfulness and relaxation techniques. Deep breathing and grounding exercises to help you distance yourself from anxious thoughts. I do this. I take a deep breath every once in a while. And then boom, I'm back, checked in.
She's back.
Okay, are you ready for the second one?
Yes.
The second one. Start a gratitude practice.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Each night, jot down 3 things you are grateful for.
Yeah.
Taking stock of the good in your life can help shift your focus away from the negatives. Believe it or not, jotting things down in a simple gratitude journal can make a significant difference. Do you journal?
No.
That's fair. I use a guided journal. So, like, every morning I have 3 things that I'm grateful for, and then I write down 3 things that would make today great, and then I go, it's like a morning and night journal. So then you go back in, like, after the day's over, and you say, like, what made today great.
I used to do something similar to that, especially during volleyball seasons to keep me grounded.
Yeah.
But no, I like the gratitude portion because I don't do a gratitude journal, but I do notice every now and then when I'm feeling really, really down, I'll do that in my brain. I'll be like, okay, we gotta get back. I need to just, what am I thankful for today? And I'll be like, my amazing family that shows up for me all the time. I have food in my belly, which is great. And then, or just like random things that'll pop up. I'll be like, I get to go home. Or like if it's been a really bad day at work, I'll be like, I get to go home. I get to have dinner. I get to watch a movie.
Yeah.
I get to take a shower, wash the day off.
And
I get to rest in my comfy little bed.
Yeah.
And tomorrow's a new day.
Yeah.
So I'll do that.
I think, I just thought of this, but I think the most beautiful thing in life is that you have that ability to reset.
Yeah.
You do not have to let every day carry into each other.
Yep.
Or even, honestly, even every hour. Like, if you need to get out of a situation or take a deep breath or take a walk outside and then come back and rejuvenate, like, you have the option of doing that.
Yeah.
And I think that that's what's so amazing about resting, like the ability to rest, is because you're automatically getting that reset that you need that's kind of built into your life.
Yeah.
But it's up to you mentally to be able to have that.
Back to having a healthy sleep schedule.
Yes.
Because it's your reset.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Amen. Ready for the third one?
Yeah.
Practice mindfulness. This trains you to step back and observe your thoughts instead of judging them. That's good. All you have to do is sit still, focus on your breathing, and watch your thoughts float by without giving them a thumbs up or down. How to practice. There are many ways to practice mindfulness, including meditation, breath work, breathing work, guided imagery, mindful eating, mindful walking, and more.
I think that part's really interesting. We would do that in whenever I first started, like really diving into the mental side of the game for volleyball.
Yeah.
Is we would go through those meditations, and she would be like, I'm going to guide you through all of this and like this whole process. And at the beginning, she would be like, if it's natural to have things pop up in your brain that aren't serving you right now, whether it be, oh, I'm hungry, what's for dinner, or just random thoughts. Mm-hmm. She said, if you notice any of them, just like passing clouds, you see them, acknowledge them, and let them float by.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I thought that was really cool that even spoke to it.
Yeah. Well, and like some thoughts don't deserve space in your mind.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think that that's something that I still kind of have to remind myself, because I just think so much.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest reason of that is because when I'm by myself, all I do is think.
Yeah.
And recently I've just had so much time by myself that I'm just like, sometimes
what
I get bored.
What should we think about right now?
Yeah. So I'm like, how do I solve the world's problems?
Yes. I'd be like, should I plan out the next 8 years of my life right now?
Exactly. I wonder what I'm doing right now. Oh, this would look good in 10 years.
Yeah. I think, this is a tangent. I'll do the most random things, especially on like my drive to and from work. If I'm not listening to music or watching a show, I'll just be like, I'm going to plan out my entire future house right now. I'm going to plan out the layout, the decorations,
this is
everything.
So funny. I was at the gym yesterday, and I had just seen somebody's wedding pictures. And I was like, wow, this is so pretty. And then during my workout, I kid you not, I'm staring off into space for like 5 minutes. And I texted Ashley after the gym, and I said, well, just in case you wanted to know, I know what my groom is wearing at my wedding, what I'm wearing, and what all of our wedding party is wearing. I said, I already planned everything out. One time at the gym.
It's just, sometimes when you're in that space, your brain just keeps going. We do have ADHD. We probably need to.
We should get that checked out.
We should get that checked. Oh my gosh, I wonder if we could get like a 2-for-1 deal.
Oh man. It's true.
All right, what's number 4?
Number 4. Cut yourself some slack.
Yes, don't be hard on yourself.
Exercise self-compassion. That's the fourth
You
one.
have negative thoughts. Notice them, let them go.
Yeah.
Be like, oh, why am I thinking this?
Extend the same level of kindness and patience. Embrace your imperfections.
Yep.
Embrace your imperfections, they say.
Feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you.
Number
Only
5.
You can let it.
Number 5.
Why did that song pop into my head? Release.
Imperfections?
Yeah, don't they say imperfections in that song? Or am I crazy? Release your inhibition.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay, number 5.
Take up journaling. That's what number 5 says.
Yikes.
Hey, you should journal. Keeping a daily journal can act like a detective's notebook for your mind, helping you pinpoint what sets off your negative self-talk. Once you understand the triggers and patterns, you are better equipped to build strategies to counter them. Maybe I should start doing that. Well, I do kind of, but
I probably should journal. I should journal more. But you know what? I'm also going to give myself grace. Because I do. I say that all the time.
Embrace your imperfections.
Embrace your imperfections. Because Journaling, I feel like some people, okay, I think it's one of those habits. Is it a healthy habit? Yes, but I don't know if it's for everyone. I think it can be really beneficial. Because some people are just good at it. They're like, oh, yeah, I journal every single day, 4 times a day. And
I just pull it out and write down anything that I love. Or anything
I'll just write.
Really bothers me.
I'll just write for an hour and a half. I can't do that. I've tried, but unless I have something that I actually need to get out, I can't get myself to journal.
Yeah.
I will, if I'm feeling heavy, I'll do it though.
I agree with you. So it's definitely not for everybody.
But so it's weird, I've looked back on some of my past journals, and I almost never write when I'm feeling really good, when I'm in a healthy space. My journals are full of all the negative, which is weird. So I'll look back and be like, that was a really sucky day. I was feeling really bad. But so my journal is all the bad stuff. So then I can just write it down and get it out.
That's fair.
And then I can be like, that was weird.
Close it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shove it under the rug.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
And I think sometimes people are I don't know, they write letters to their future self.
I do that.
Do you actually?
Yeah. Well, I have in the past.
Oh, okay. I've thought about doing that. I've thought about writing letters to my future self, but also my future spouse.
Oh, I've done that. I've done that too.
Oh, love that for us.
I did this, especially when I was in volleyball season. I did it for one of my college years, where I wrote a letter to myself for every single month out of the year. So that
I like that. One time a month?
Yeah, so that once a month I would open it, and let's say it was the May letter, it would be like, hey, you're almost there. You're to the end of this, to the end of school.
Yeah.
Finish strong, going into summer. And it was a little encouraging letter for myself, for my past self.
I like that.
Yeah.
Because it's not too much of a commitment. It's just 12.
Yeah, it's just 12. And it took a couple hours.
Yeah.
Because I wrote a full page and a half for each month.
Yeah.
But even then, I had a little... Plus, there's something so cool about opening a letter.
Yeah. It just... For me?
Wow.
Even from me?
We just got a letter. We just got a letter.
What a good show.
I'm enjoying the comfy vibes.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, what are we at?
6.
Tell me.
Offer yourself positive affirmations. Simple. Positive phrases can act as a mental switch, changing your outlook and boosting your mindset.
Yeah.
It's important to get into the habit of advocating for yourself and picking yourself up when you feel down.
Yeah.
Affirmations are a good way to do that even when you don't feel in the mood. Create a list of positive affirmations, such as, I am capable, or I am worthy, and repeat them to yourself, especially when you catch yourself in a spiral of negative self-talk. That's good.
I would do that for volleyball too.
Yeah.
Before every single game, I had my affirmations that I would tell myself.
Yeah.
And one of the cool things about affirmations is you can make them...
Okay.
You can make them whatever you want them to be. So, and you can add as much visual content as you need. So for volleyball, I would tell myself okay, so this is going to make a lot of sense in my brain. It's not going to make a whole lot in yours. But one of my affirmations was, I am a strong and consistent blocker. I go hard with my feet. I'm quick to get up, and I stay super strong up there. And I can, even saying it now, I can visualize that entire, and this kind of goes back to visualizations, but I can see that entire process and me physically doing it and putting up the biggest block you've ever seen in your entire life.
Hey!
But it's an affirmation. It gets me, in that success moment so that I can go replicate it.
Monster blocker.
Go work for it.
Monster blocker over here.
Monster blocker. No, not anymore.
Oh.
I can't remember the last time I blocked a ball.
Monster sales.
That's kind of sad. I haven't blocked a volleyball since November.
That's okay.
Because in sand, I don't block.
It's true.
I need to fix that.
Ready?
Yes.
Number 7, practice meditation. Meditation provides a structured framework for quieting your mind and gaining control over your thought patterns. The practice often incorporates various techniques like visualization, affirmation, repetition. My brain's shutting off slowly. Or body scanning to assess a shift in your focus away from negative talk.
And meditation doesn't have to be... I think that there's this connotation around it where meditation is the that's not. I mean, it can be, But also you can look up a guided meditation and lay in your bed and do it. Or lay on the ground.
Yeah.
Like, it's really just focusing on your breathing and finding a meditation practice that works best for you. That
right. It might just be silence.
Your brain.
It might just be you laying in silence.
I will say, though, there are some really cool guided meditations on, like, Spotify and YouTube, though, you can listen to.
Yeah, there was one I used to listen to in the mornings.
I wonder if they make personalized ones.
Oh.
Do you think there's, like, a guided meditation for
Whitney?
Nurses?
Oh, yeah, probably.
Or for coaches?
Probably.
Or for teachers? Whoa.
I think...
If there's not, we need to...
Did we just... Are we on
We have a copyright.
It's true.
That actually sounds so nice.
Yeah.
If I could listen to a meditation that's specifically for my job... Wow.
Did you just come up with something?
I might have.
Somebody's going to take that idea and
maybe
run
we've...
with it.
I don't know. Maybe that's... Goodbye, podcast. Hello, meditations.
Yeah.
We've got the mics.
It's true. Is your voice
calming? I think we have meditation.
Let's test it.
Okay.
You go first, and I'll go after.
All right. Let's take a second. Close your eyes. Focus on your breathing. We want those deep breaths, just like a swing set. We're not trying to hold it at the top. We're just letting it lift all the way up and back down. How do we feel?
That was pretty good.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, I mean, your voice was very soothing.
Oh, but you didn't like the swing set thing?
Oh, yeah, that was good.
Oh, okay, thanks.
That was good. I was just thinking about when I was a kid when I'd flip out of them. Did I get the right thing out of it or what?
Meditation is... do you feel like you got what you wanted out of it?
Yeah, I was like this. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, give me your meditation voice.
Okay. Okay. Sorry.
Let's hear it.
I don't think I'm meant for this.
Just try.
Today. Sorry. What's okay? Today, you have woken up with a purpose. A purpose that allows you to flow like fresh water
I picture it.
Face
I see it.
in the shower.
Onto your face. No, I was picturing a stream.
Oh, yeah, me
I could
too.
like hear it trickling over the rocks.
That's what I was thinking. No, actually. I don't know why I said the shower part, but that was good.
What was okay, what's the next one?
Okay. The next one is seek professional help. That too.
Yeah.
In some cases, persistent negative thoughts may need expert help. A therapist or psychologist can offer strategies to better understand and control your thought patterns.
Well, because it also maybe it's linked with something that you don't know about. And you know what it's okay to do? Ask for help.
Ask for help, you guys. Don't be afraid. It's true.
Any closing thoughts? Other than the fact that we're going to start a meditation practice. You knock that thing over one more time.
What? What thing? I didn't knock it over last time.
You saying it was me?
No, nobody did. It just fell. Gosh. Anyway, self-talk can look different for just about everybody, so find what works best for you, what gets you going, what keeps you going, what lifts you up,
and what prepares you to take the next step in your life.
Yeah.
And to do the best that you can possibly do.
What Whitney said. Thank you guys for watching today.
We love you. Happy Monday.
Or any other day that you're watching this podcast.
Feel free to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at podcast.personalopinion.
And YouTube and Facebook at Personal Opinion Podcast. We hope you enjoyed today. Once again, this was kind of sort of a second part, so go watch the first part, which was last week.
Let us know. Okay, I want to hear what y'all's affirmations are, the things that you tell yourself, or if you have like a reset word like I do. We want to hear what those are.
We do. And you better actually tell us. We have an email. We have an email. You can email it to us.
Or DM us on any platform of your choosing.
That too.
We love you. We're here for you. Lauren, I've got your back.
I've got your back.
And
we've got yours.
See you guys next week. Bye.
Goodbye.